Alrighty then, so we're gonna go into this tutorial today and I'm gonna be showing you guys how to put butterfly wings on your eyeballs just like this. I think it was relatively easy. It just takes a lot of deep breaths. Take your time, don't rush yourself, and most importantly, take creative freedom. You don't have to do the colors I did. I based mine off a monarch butterfly because I love them. But yeah, I didn't go over the base in this tutorial, so if you're looking for that, I would go to one of my other tutorials. I will link one down below that you can follow to get like a flawless base. But I do show you how to get this intricate AF eye look. And yeah, if you have blue eyes and you do this color scheme, it's about to be lit, because look at how blue my eyes look right now. And frizzy my hair is, but just ignore that. I'm just a frizz ball. I've accepted it. It's alright. But thank you guys. Make sure before we get into anything you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications. That way you get updated when I put up new content, because your girl's been pretty consistent, if I do say so myself. I upload every Thursday/Friday around 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because that is... No, I'm not specific. I'm Eastern. God damn. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast. Had a moment. But make sure you do all that stuff and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am Makeup by Maritza on Instagram and just Maritza More on Twitter. I'll link it all below because I didn't think I'd be doing anything when I made my Twitter, so oops. But thank you guys for watching, and let's get on into this. Hey, what's up? Alright, so first off, for something like this, I want to prime my eyes. So I'm going to prime with the Photo Finish Concealer from Wet n Wild. She is $3.99 at the drugstore. Do it. And I'm just going to actually pat that in with a beauty blender. Well, Real Technique sponge. Starting to fall in love with this sponge, and I'm like, But yeah, I like to do that all first. That way I can kind of get a good idea where I want to go with things. So that's the only reason why I'm doing that. And the palettes you'll need, if you have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, awesome. If not, just find similar colors. I mean, every brand has warm tones, you're fine. And then I do have the Makeupforever Yellow Shadow, which I'm also going to be using because we love her. Stan. Alright, so I'm going to start off finding a brush. No. Alright, so I'm going to start off with this Morphe M533. It's just a really fluffy brush. I'm going to dip into that yellow shadow. I'm just going to get a whole lot on the brush. This part does not have to be neat. And I'm going to go right into the center of my crease and just start kind of putting this everywhere, even high up into the brow bone. I'm going to kind of buff it outward as well, just because when we do like the lining and everything, you really want all the colors to peek through. So that's why that's happening. Then I'm going to take the Morphe, what are you, M433, and I'm going to dip into, yeah, the shade Hunts, this orangey shade right here. And I'm going to pop that lower than that. So we're going to start building down the warmth so it can look like a monarch butterfly's wings. How they have all those shades in there. Now I don't want this to get too orange, because I don't want it to just look like a rainbow eye, or like the startings of a rainbow eye or a sunset eye. And I'm also going to keep this higher in the inner socket here, and then also wing out this shadow. Alright, so now we're going to dip into the warmer red shade just below the Hunt shade, and that is Jack's. Alright, and I'm going to take a Makeup Shack T33 brush. This one has like a nice pinched, it's a lot like the M433, but it's a little bit skinnier. So this will be really focused. I'm just going to dip into that shade. And I'm going to start packing this on that inner and outer corner of the eye. And if you ever feel like up here isn't as blended as you want it to be, just take that same first brush you did, the fluffier one, and just run it through the crease like that. Mine's fine, I'm not mad about it. But yeah, that's how you can bring that back to life. And I'm going to dip in just to a bit of the black shade in here with a really, really precise pencil brush. And I'm going to blend that on the inner corner as well as that outer corner. And I'm really just pressing this. I'm not like putting it everywhere because I don't want it everywhere. Going back with the Makeup Shack brush. And I'm just going to diffuse that black up. And then right in the center portion of the eye where we don't have a whole lot of product, I'm just going to take a little bit of that Wet n Wild concealer. I'm actually just going to use my finger. I'm not going to be like insane about this. And I'm just going to press it in the center. And then blend with the clean finger. And I'm going to go back in with that yellow shade. I'm just going to put that right in the center. And I'm going to use my finger for this too. Like when you want immediate color payoff, just use your finger. Dead serious. And see, I focused that right in the really, really middle. The very, very middle. God, I can't talk. I'm going to go back in with that Hunt's shade, the more orangey tone. And I'm just going to pat it on either side of that yellow. That way it really fades together. And I'm going to diffuse the top a little bit. So this is what you kind of want to have already. And you can even take that same finger, further press in the yellow, that way it just looks really like blended. And then you're just going to take a nice cleaner brush. This is where we're going to do the under part of the eye. Dipping into that yellow. Same color as we did up here, go down here. Dipping into that yellow. And make sure you really smoke it out. The easiest trick I can ever give to anybody to really smoke out a lower lash line. Don't go in with too much product, but also don't be afraid to use a fluffier brush. Like, it's okay. Alright, now that the easier part is over, we're going to go into the harder part, which is liner. And I'm going to use the Sephora collection eyeliner Lounge. It's literally not in this American language. It's a long-lasting liquid eyeliner, but it has the felt tip, not the brush tip. And it's a matte liner, so we stand. Alright, so I'm going to take this liner first and go along the lash line, and I'm going to create like a thicker liner. Now remember, the reason you want to do a thicker liner is because we're going to be creating like actual wing shapes, so you're gonna need it. Just saying. Alright, now that I have that done, I'm going to go in with the NYX matte black liner. This one has a really, really precise tip, so that's why I love this one. And take your time, breathe, and just chill. I'm going to start with the outer corner and flick it up. Good. And then we're going to connect that. And then we're going to create like little like little wing toppers. Notice I'm doing them really thin at first because I don't want to screw it up. And then after this first liner, I'm going to start expanding the actual lines. And then I'm going to connect these lines, these black lines, down. Just like that. And then once you have all of that down, make sure it's dry before you go on just like blinking and doing, you know, what you do, living. Make sure it's dry. Go through and look at actually like all the colors. Make sure you like where they're hitting. Make sure the depth is nice. I'm actually going to find this brush, great detail shading brush. This one's from Morphe. It's the M149. And I'm going to dip into like a deeper brown mahogany shade from the Morphe palette. It's that one right here. It's like the best of both worlds. And I'm going to take this bad boy and I'm going to tuck this right in this little spot here, as well as the inner corner. And I'm focusing it on the inner corner more so in the crease, just to create that like depth. And then I'm going to take that black on the same brush, and I'm going to further connect this outer corner. So the next step, which is probably another really important step, is adding the dots. So this, we're going to take the NYX matte white liner. It's good for dot work. Like, it's really, really good for dot work. And you want to do bigger dots on the thickest lines and then smaller dots on the smaller lines. And really think about how you want your butterfly to be decorated, because butterflies' wings are all different. I'm about to get really philosophical. They're all really different, so you can literally go in as many or as little or wherever you want the dots to be. It's irrelevant as long as you like the way it looks. Obsessed. And I'm going to add smaller dots like around the bigger dots. Oh, I love this, guys. It turned out cute. Fun fact, I used to have a monarch butterfly plant when I was little. Not little, I was in like middle school, 5th and 6th grade, and then up into 7th. Like, every house I moved to, we took it with us, and every time when it was season, we would just have so many monarch butterflies, and it literally, I love them. I love them so much. I actually have a moth with monarch coloring. That was one of my first like shop tattoos, and that's my child, like that's my baby. Melon Ace says hi, you hooked it up. Thank you. You are the bomb. Now I'm just going to take a little Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just going to coat my lashes. And then I'm going to tight line with black and then put a red liner on the waterline. And for tight lining, I've been loving these Makeupforever artist pencils. They're great. Bam. And it just makes a world of difference. And then I'm going to focus this red. This is actually a lip liner from Smashbox. I'm going to focus it right in the center of the eye. And then I'm actually going to set that with powder. And just like a flat brush. So any brush that is nice and like that, just dip into a red shadow. Okay. I feel like that just adds some nice like depth to the eyeball. So there you have it, guys. I'm gonna go finish up this other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we have it, the finished look. I added probably my favorite pair of lashes at the moment, the Dodo D318 lashes. They look very similar to Miami's, but like if Miami and Mykonos had a baby. I also added a bit more bronzer, a bit of the yellow shadow to my cheekbones, as well as some highlight, and then I also threw on the Makeupforever Starlit powder in gold on the inner corner and brow bone. But yeah, this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and if you recreate it, tag me so I can see it. It's on Instagram. My Instagram is @MakeupbyMaritza. Just type that in and let me know so I can see. But this was actually a lot of fun. I'm really proud of myself because, like I said, I did not try this before. So I just kind of pulled it out of my butthole. Pretty impressed. But I'm gonna go make sure, like I said, do all the things, follow me everywhere, and let me know what you want to see for the next video. Do you want another makeup tutorial? Do you want to see my makeup collection? I don't know. Let a hoe know.